Hello everybody, and welcome to another Nintendo video game review. I am your host, your old pal, the Wizard Dude. You know me well, and now I'm finally back with another game to tell about. Hope you like my little reference to a certain rap there from a different game. Anyway, the last two Nintendo games I did were Super Mario Odyssey. Man, I love that game. And a defensive review of Donkey Kong Country 3 on Super Nintendo. Anyway, this one is going to be, so to speak, wonderful. Because the game I'm reviewing is, wait for it, Super Mario Bros. Wonder. That's right, a new 2D Mario game that's been released in 11 years. Ever since 2012's new Super Mario Bros. U. I have the deluxe version of that on my Switch, but it's finally time to, as my old buddy Elsa puts it, let it go. I'm not going to sing the rest of that song for my own reasons. Anyway, let's get into the story first, shall we? Where better to begin than the beginning? Mario and friends are off to visit the Flower Kingdom, which is next to the Mushroom Kingdom. And they're meeting their new friend, Prince Florian. And no, this is not the Snow White Prince Florian. Yes, that is Snow White's prince's name. I checked. This Florian's more of a caterpillar, sort of like the Wigglers you see in this game. I mean, in the Mario series, yeah. Wigglers are like caterpillars, but then when you jump on them, they get angry and stuff. And they can sometimes turn into flutters or butterfly-like things. Anyway, they get to the Flower Kingdom to meet Florian and the Poplins, who are flower-headed people. Sort of like toads, but with flowers. But then, oh no! Bowser comes down and gets some wonder power. And even merges with Florian's castle to become Bowser Castle. I've seen Bowser's castles before. His castle is, a fortress with all his minions, but this time he actually becomes the castle. His face being on a castle with his face on it, always both creative and creepy, like Shroob Castle was. Anyway, Bowser, still one of my favorite villains as ever. Or even when I play as him in a couple games that I'll review sometime later. Anyway, now it's up to Mario and the gang, with Florian's help, to stop Bowser. Anyway, the gameplay is what you'd expect. You run around through the stage, collecting coins, items, and even a special collectible, and beating up enemies. Is by jumping in on them or using power-ups, like, the standard stuff, super mushrooms, and fire flowers. But then you also get some new ones. One of my favorites is called the Elephant Fruit, which is exactly what it says. Elephant fruits turn you into an elephant, literally, and they yell, "Wowie zowie!" That's what I thought when I first saw them turn into them. Yep. Elephant form can whack enemies with their trunk, or use it to collect water and revive dried flowers. Later in the game, you also get access to the Bubble Flower, which is purple and allows you to trap enemies inside bubbles that you throw at them. They turn into coins, but it doesn't work on everybody. Last but not least, for new power-ups is the Drill Mushroom. It's sort of like Drill Kirby from Kirby in the Forgotten Land, in that you can dig into the ground by ground pounding or jumping up to the ceiling. It also hits enemies if you use the drill bit by jumping under enemies. I learned. Anyway, the main shtick of this game is the Wonder Flowers. When you touch them, wonder effects, which are strange occurrences, happen. It might be things like the terrain changing, you transform into something like a Goomba, a Wubba, or who knows what else. And there's even times where there are musical levels. Things like the Piranha Plants on Parade, where they sing. King Boo's Opera. Got a very Phantom of the Opera vibe. And King Boo finally appears in Not Luigi's Mansion and isn't trying to turn you into a painting this time. And then there's others where, it becomes a top-down type game like early Zelda games. And it's where you run and collect everything. Those wonder effects are fun, and at the end of each one you get a Wonder Seed. Those Wonder Seeds are then used to... Well, they're collectible, along with the big purple flower coins, which there are 3 in each level, and hitting the top of the goal pole. Pretty standard stuff that's required for 100%. And then, sometimes you'll go to a castle or an airship. That's where something I don't like happens. The boss fights are very repetitive, as they're all Bowser Jr. with a different, mechanic, a wonder mechanic. Sometimes he'll turn big and you'll turn small. Other times you gotta swim through, but it's all Junior. I mean, I like Bowser Jr. definitely, but boss fights that only involve him gets really old very quickly. But at the end of each one, you do get a Wonder Seed. I mean, a Royal Seed. Royal Seeds are bigger than Wonder Seeds. And they're needed to dispel the piranha plants surrounding Bowser. Another thing you can do is equip the badges to Florian's Crown. Things like you can get them through shops, or sometimes by winning challenges, and that kind of stuff. Florian can wear them, and you'll gain effects like the parachute cap, which allows you to fly through the air with a giant hat. And there's a super jump, which you'll wiggle the legs to go higher. Dolphin kick to kick forward underwater. Too bad there are only 2 stages where that's useful. There's Jet Run, which lets you go faster, and is very good for the Wiggler races, which you gotta race Wiggler in that one. A roller skating one. And there's even one where certain ones where power-ups all give you a certain effect. And there's even a secret one after you complete every single level. But I'm not spoiling what that is. I'm not allowed to say it. Anyway, the playable characters here are, of course, Mario, Luigi, Blue and Yellow Toads, and Toadette. But there's also Peach for a change, which she has been playable on several occasions. But one I wasn't even expecting was being able to play as Daisy. The yellow-dressed princess. Now that, something I never thought I'd do, but I play as her sometimes anyway. Be it Mario Party, Mario Kart, this game, you name it. Also, I need to address something, that this is the first Mario game where Mario and Luigi have different actor. See, Charles Martinet retired from voicing Mario to become an ambassador for him instead. I wish him nothing but the best. Let's take a moment of silence to reflect on that. I'll miss him, Charles Martinet. He basically was Mario to me, alongside Walker Boone. And I'd rather not say the other one because I have my reasons for that. Anyway, the new guy playing Mario and Luigi is Kevin Afghani, who is a Mario fan himself. Kevin, if you're watching this, I wish you luck in playing Mario Luigi in future Mario games. Oh, and Wario 2, because he plays Wario in WarioWare Move It, which released 2 or 3 weeks after this game did. I haven't beaten it yet, but when I do, I'm going to review it, possibly. Anyway, Not only that, but Daisy has a new actor too. They're called Giselle Fernandez, who I wish nothing but the best for them, but it's kind of baffling why Deanna Mustard left for Daisy. Anyway, that's a wrap for this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you like it. And please, if you have suggestions and stuff, do not hesitate to ask. Determine what I can do best. Have a wonderful day, everybody. Later.